This is a side plank progression. Beginner side plank, you want to make sure you can hold a side plank with bent knees with good form. You got to keep your shoulder lifted and a straight line between your trunk and your leg. If you can hold that position for 30 seconds, you're probably ready to progress this. So let's work in all three planes of motion. First, let's do the frontal plane. Drive that arm. Let those hips follow you up and down. Rotation, transverse plane, thread the needle. So reach through and open up. Sagittal plane is your hips moving front to back. All right, so if you can do 10 of those pain-free, I think you're ready to move on. So let's just add a dumbbell, little extra weight. You're going to do all the same motions. Your hips rise and fall, your hips rotate, and your hips go front to back. If you're good at that and you want to progress, you can get into a split stance. Do all those motions again. If you're ready to progress, you can stack your feet on top of each other. Do all the same motions. But here we are progressing to the Paramount. We're going to do a push and a pull in all three planes of motion. So here we've got the transverse plane. See how my body rotates as that cable goes forward and backward? Allow that body to move. You want that core to load and explode. And here we're moving to the press, transverse plane. See, I'm reaching forward, my body's rotating. 10 reps. All right, so now we're going to move on to the frontal plane. There's a push and a pull with this one as well. So I'm going to do the push. So it's overhead, one arm press. My hips are rising and falling with this too. You want to make sure you're getting that motion. And here's the pull, frontal plane. You're already going to be tired after these, I can guarantee it, but we need to do the sagittal plane too. So the sagittal plane, your hips are moving front to back, and I'm doing a row again. That's the difference between the transverse plane. You can see I'm rotating versus hips front to back. So you want to differentiate those two motions. We're going to flip around and do a press for the sagittal plane. I'll show you the difference between the transverse as well. So here's the press where I'm allowing rotation. That's transverse. But we want to do sagittal for your third set. So hips go front to back.